Hey guys, so today has been a very rough day for my whole family and myself. We have this dog, and we've had her for 15 years. She's 15, which makes her like 105. And today I woke up and she wasn't really well. And then me and my brothers went to my dad's house, as usual. And I told my mum, keep me posted, on how she's doing and stuff. With my dog. My other one. Anyway. And there's my other dog. And my mum then rang my dad, right? And my dad pretty much went a bit like crazy on the phone, and he got up and he left really fast. My hair's sticking up. Got up and left like really, really fast. Without saying really anything. Except my dog was getting worse. So still hard to talk about. So he came up and when he came back, and that's when people walk past. Anyway, what was I saying? So my dad came back about half an hour later, and he says, "Lily, your dog Fifi, she passed away." And honestly, my first reaction was laughing at him. I laughed at him. And he was like, no, I'm being serious. Fifi's passed away. And pretty much I was in shock for ages. Like, I'm not one to cry. I don't cry. It's weird, Never when my nanny passed away, I didn't cry. I pretty much looked at, made sure my mum was okay when my nanny passed away. Anyway, so she passed away today at like 12 or 1 or so in the afternoon, and then I hear music. Seriously, it's not quiet on a fucking Sunday, is it? Country music. Anyway, and then my dad went outside and he's like, okay, well, what we're going to do is we're going to bury her in the back garden. Not this house, but my dad's house, because my mum's planning on moving away, so not living here anymore. That's like, that's a long story. Anyway, and so I was like, this is bullshit, that's not real. This cannot be real. Anyway, and then I rang my mum, and she told me everything that happened. Everything. That my dog, pretty much, Mum got back from dropping us off at my dad's house, and the dog, she started breathing really heavy. So Mum opened the window for her. And she opened the window for her, and she started breathing, better. Mum's like, oh, she's gonna be fine. But then, like, a couple of minutes after, she started having a fit. So my mum picked her up and like held her, and then her partner and was like, you know, hold her, because this is probably the last time that you're going to be with her. So my mum holds her and she passes away. Passed away. Anyway, while on the phone to my mum, I pretty much broke down and cried on the phone. And she told me to tell my dad to come up to the house and so we can say our goodbyes to our dog, even though she's gone. And we did. We came up after like a good 15 minutes. And my mum had her wrapped up in this little blanket. And I walked in the door and I was still crying. And I hugged my mum and seen her just lying there, eyes opened, and yeah, she was gone. My brothers didn't understand. They have a disability. They have disabilities. They're twins and they have disabilities, and they don't understand really about death or anything. And they're like, "But why's her eyes opened?" My mum's like, "Because she passed away like that. Because she's a chihuahua. She, you know, usually they're out there. Usually dogs' eyes don't close." And my mum's like to me, "What, do you like to hold her?" And I'm like, "Yeah, please." She puts her in my arms and pretty much a breakdown again. 15 years, I remember her as a puppy. You know, I was young, but I remember her as a puppy. And she's gone. I can't. It feels like. It just feels like I'm in a nightmare right now. You know? It's like, oh, yeah, okay. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and, she's gonna be there and, I'll cuddle her and just remember it's all a bad dream, but it's real, She's gone. So, well, after, breaking down and stuff, I had to go back to my dad's house for food. And pretty much, he made me feel better, He made me feel a lot better, and he made food and stuff, and then give us ice cream at the end of our food. And then I got back here, and my mum still has the dog. She still has her. We're burying her tomorrow, after I come back from college. After the kids get back from school, we're all gonna go to my dad's house. And we're all gonna bury her in the garden. And then leave a little sign and stuff saying her name. And honestly, every time I see her now, wrapped in that little blanket, in that little cage, I break down again, Anyway, and the whole day today I've just been down as hell. All my friends are like, "Oh, I'm gonna hug you and I'm gonna give you cuddles and all that type of thing," and I'm just like, well, that'll be great, but it still didn't bring back my baby, And My mum's worried, and so's the vet, about my other dog, the big one I showed you earlier. They think that because this one has died and they were so close to it, then she will die as well. I don't think I can go through that. No. If she dies and then if the other one dies as well, after that one dies, I don't know what I'd do. Like, I do have my puppy at home, little Cookie, but I think depression would get really fucking bad. And now I'm smoking like a bitch. These cigarettes. And, like, I know it's hard to lose an animal. Like, it's not my first time losing a dog, but my last 2 dogs that I lost, you know, like, they were old whenever I was young. So I didn't really have, like, my dog Sheba, who died in her kennel when she was younger, I loved her. And, like, we broke down the same way, but Fifi was different, you know, she was, like, I remember her as a baby. And then I remember her as she got, you know, older and slower and sicker, I guess, as well. It's hard. Really fucking hard. Because I know that tomorrow is going to be a hard day burying her. And right now she has been taken away from the other dogs and put into the garage in her little blanket, in her little cage, all by herself. And I hate it. I hate knowing that she's in there by herself. Anyway. I'm gonna go. Okay. Bye, my little marshmallows.